Ex-wife leaving, ex-wife leaving. But she's on her slippers, so she's probably going to the store. Daily plan attacks continue. Homeowner Martinez's son with the blue vehicle. And the person in charge of 5132. Right here, parked right in front. And this is daily plan attacks continue. And that's what I see for now. Okay, homeowner Martinez's son parked right here. Next door, 5135 West 24th Street, Laramie, Cicero, Illinois, 60844. Second floor hideout. And the person in charge of 5132. Daily plan attacks as well. The person in charge of 5132. This is the day after emotional distress, ex-wife responding by going to the hospital for evaluation purposes. And today is 11 a.m., July 16th, 2025, Wednesday. And the daily plan attacks continue. Of course, she has no idea. And you can see intentions are very clear. There you go. Daily harassment continues coming from next door, 5135 West 24th Street, Laramie, Cicero, Illinois, 60844, second floor hideout. Town of Cicero Mayor Larry Dominic is clearly responding, joint collaboration with the Martinez family. Military-grade technology attacking the brain, high frequencies, electromagnetic field waves, shock treatment to the brain, continues. Attack on the Xbox game console. We're going to continue documenting the attacks and internet connection disabled while uploading videos. Our ex-wife has reacted by throwing the towel on the floor after I covered it up. See how that works? The game of manipulation. So this is how they're able to manipulate family members to respond once the victims start reacting to the daily plan attacks. This is how they go about manipulating family members to respond. And intentions are very, very clear. This. Okay. So I'm just going to put it back. Back. There you go. But it's still too early. And I covered it up like this. So that's how that works. And again, that's called the game of manipulation. This is how they're able to manipulate family members to participate against the victim. See how that works? I washed all the dishes, and the attacks continue electronically. Intentions are very clear, folks. Homeowner Martinez's son has placed a sneaker. We recorded him yesterday placing a sneaker. But remember, no witnesses. This is a one-on-one attack between the perpetrator and the victim. Insurance policy fraud, the game of manipulation. And intentions are very clear. This is how they manipulate victims to respond. You can hear the dog barking on command signal as well. On command signal, they let the dog out. And this is bait, focus, follow, attention span to manipulate myself to place the camera in the back. Away from... You can hear the dogs barking on command signal. See that? They let the little dog out. They let the little dog out. to bark. See that? That's daily plan attacks utilizing a little dog barking on command signal. Same time frame as my wife, ex-wife leaving. Oh, let's see. Yeah, we have police officers involved in criminal activity, and there he is right there. That police officer, make sure you look real good at the license plates. Same time frame. Same time frame. That's the reason for the shock treatment to the brain, high frequencies, and electromagnetic field waves. Once I respond by going outside and recording the vehicles at hand. These police officers involved in criminal activity are waiting, standing by, set up traps, false police reports, harass court dates, order of protection, and document a history of mental health issue illness once the victims respond to the daily plan attacks. To avoid any suspicion, open investigation from long-term electronic harassment, secondary health issues about radiation, bone cancer, tumors of the brain, aneurysm, bleeding of the brain. Manipulate businesses, remain in control, silent victims, organized crime family process. Silent incoherent victims, nursing home final faith, identity theft Medicaid take place. You guys saw clearly. Town Cicero police officers involved in criminal activity are clearly placed in high-ranking departments assigned to this address and location for two separate reasons: to document a history of mental health issue illness after each daily plan attack response, and make sure this criminal organization is undisturbed and at times receiving a personal escort for delivery purposes of the white envelopes. You guys just witnessed that firsthand. This is organized crime, and that's the reason for the shock treatment to the brain and the dog barking on command signal as well. Dog went back in. See? The dog is let out at a particular time. Alright, so let's, we got it right here. Wednesday, July 16th, 2025, 11:06 a.m. Now, if you guys want to make a difference, all you have to do is contact Internal Revenue Services, the IRS, regarding 5132. That's the person in charge of 5132 participating in the daily plan attacks, of course, along with Homeowner Martinez next door, 5135, second floor hideout. Contact Internal Revenue Services, post the date, January 8th, 2025, and watch the magic happen. Regarding 5132 West 24th Street, Laramie, Cicero, Illinois, 60804. There's a reason Nello Greco, main proprietor of 5132, the pressure's on. The pressure's on, and organized crime needs to make sure they have a safety cushion to avoid any suspicion, open investigation once I become ill from long-term electronic harassment, secondary effects of radiation levels. There you go. Insurance policy fraud, the game of manipulation. And you can clearly see intentions are very clear. And, of course, avoid recording 5130, children's party involving trafficking, distribution, and packaging of the white envelopes, and grandma's grandma's grandson picking up the white envelopes from the mailbox at various times of the day and night. And of course, we caught the person in charge of 5132 hand-to-hand pass during the children's party as far as the white envelopes. And, well, may I say more? Public service notification to create awareness, peace, and tranquility, a better understanding of deceased loved ones to unsolved murder cases of identity theft Medicaid. Insurance policy fraud, you guys are witnessing firsthand how how much time and resources, including police officers involved in criminal activity, is being spent to make sure they have a safety cushion. I'm being attacked electronically day and night, especially while sleeping. And over time, what results since 2003 and present. Now, I'm sleeping with my head inside this aluminum pot, as you can see. With my head inside this aluminum pot to give me some type of protection. Okay? And I also have this. And I change the cloth periodically. Okay? So this is what victims of unsolved murder cases are preconditioned to respond. And my room, all the outlets are covered as far as electronic harassment. And this is documented by police officers involved in criminal activity that you clearly saw waiting to open up a case against me, utilizing my ex-wife, since she responded yesterday, emotional distress, by going to the hospital for evaluation purposes. Once I reacted by covering up the windows. There you go. All right, that's what we got. We appreciate your support. Don't forget, Internal Revenue Services, the IRS, posted date January 8th, 2025, regarding 5132 West 24th Street, Laramie, Cicero, Illinois, 60844. My phone number, 708-359-4551, trying to open up a harassment case. My address, 5133 West 24th Street, Laramie, Cicero, Illinois, 60844. Make sure you guys clearly understand this is a military-grade technology, high-tech surveillance monitor, Army apparatus tracking signal scanner device, attacking the Xbox game console, and disabling internet connection. Same process is being used to attack my brain since 2003 and present. So you can just imagine the traumatic effects on the brain and tissue over time, electronic harassment, secondary of health issues of radiation levels. And that's the reason so much time and effort is being spent with the person in charge of 5132 and the Martinez family next door and police officers involved in criminal activity. They need a safety cushion. That's right. Without that, it's going to be very difficult for them to get away with murder. That's right. This is murder. Capital One murder. And electronic harassment is illegal. All right, moving on. We appreciate your support.